Hi, what's going on, guys? So tonight we are live, and this is amazing because we are 16 weeks into this amazing Amazon automation business. And what is great about this is that literally my hands do not have to do any of the work. Lately, I've been following up with the people in charge a lot and just making sure everything's going as it should. And every time I have a question, they get back super quick, super fast, and they tell me that yes, everything's running as it should. You have nothing to worry about. This is why we're doing it. And then I just move on, with my day because I'm a firm believer in if you have a business, if you're running a business, then you need to know what's going on, in it. Even if my hands are off, I would rather look at it and make sure things are going as they should rather than just hoping that everything's going to be working out perfectly. You still need to trust but verify at the end of the day. And so I'm going to jump right into this. So for this last month, we've sold $1,793 worth of products, which is amazing. And yeah, the past 7 days, I just want to show you the past 7 days so far. So the past 7 days, we've gotten $575 in sales, which is amazing. If you think about it, 7 times 4 is about 28 days in a month. That's a little over 2,000. It'd be about $2,300 in a month. And so we're doing pretty good so far. Of course, we're still trying to get to that $2,000 a month mark now. So I got a comment in the last video, and someone actually explained it a little better to me, and then I looked up the actual rules and guidelines for using payability. And what payability does is they help you fund your business. They take like a 2% gross income, I want to believe, out of I want to say out of your like total amount of sales. So if you sell $50,000 in a month, they're going to take out a pretty penny at 2% off of that. So just keep that in mind. If you are using these services, that they will take a good chunk. It'll bring down your profit margins to probably roughly around 50% after you pay your team 30. So keep that in mind because now you're not making that 70% profit margin, you're making 50 because you're having to use another third party service to be able to give you kind of like a cash advance to run your business. But payability, you have to have 3 months of record, like of history in sales of good standing with Amazon. And then you have to sell at least $2,000 a month. Now, do I know whether it is $2,000 a month for 3 months? No, I'm not 100% on that. That's what I've been told. But in the actual like details that payability gives you, it is $2,000. You have to sell at least $2,000 a month, like minimum. And then you have to have at least 90 days of history, which is that like uh, promotion probationary period that you have with Amazon. So if you're not a good sell or good in within good standing, or your account's frozen or whatever for like 90 days, like within the past last 90 days, you aren't showing that you're making 2,000 a month. You're not you have to make 2,000 a month. You have to be within good standing with Amazon, and then you have to, uh, hit those requirements, and then you put in an application, and then they'll say whether they approve or deny your request and tell you what you need to do to be able to be a part of, their program. So I'm going to show you my results for lifetime in this Amazon automation service that I've taken a part of. So I bought into it and I was super excited. I was hoping by 6 months I could pay off the $20,000 that I invested. Right now we're almost at 4 months, so it's going a little slower than I expected, but I still have faith. I still am seeing growth every single day. So, I'm not discouraged. So, you guys should not be discouraged as well. If you get started and it takes a little bit longer to get up to like 10,000, 20,000, $30,000 a month in sales. So just keep that in mind. Altogether, we've sold 87 items. Well, it says 94 units ordered, but we had some refunds. So total sales $4,218.52, and $48.49 is the average like price that we sell something at. So it's going pretty well. $4,000 in almost 4 months. So it's about 1,000 every month, which is about $100 profits that I'm actually seeing. It's not spectacular. It's not like super great right now, but I know for most people, getting sales like immediately in like a standard brick and mortar business, it takes quite some time. Yeah, you may make sales, but are you anywhere close to paying off the amount that you invested? And I would say no. For me right now, I'm not also, but we're projected to scale up to 100,000 within the first 6 to 9 months. Um, so right around that 6 month mark, or November, December, when sales are elevated quite a bit in Amazon and online sales game all across the board in e-commerce. Um, we're projected to see probably anywhere from uh, $10,000 to $20,000 in profits, uh, just because of growing our store to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40, $50,000 a month in sales within the next 2 to 3 months. And then from there, we're going to really try to scale it from 50 to 100,000. Now, with all that in mind, I do have to have capital to be able to do it. So it may take a couple months at like $10,000 to $20,000 a month before I can get approved to use payability. And once I get approved, then I will scale it farther. And then after that, I will be trying to get, lines of credits from either my bank or get credit cards under my LLC's name, so that way I'm not paying a third party company to take that 2% off of gross sales. It's a lot of money that you're losing. And I know no one wants to lose out more than they have to. And so, yeah. So this past week has been really, really good. I'm going to jump in and just give you a little bit more information, as I always do, on how many items we have. So currently, right now, we have 135 total inventory items, which is, I mean, it's pretty decent. But the amount of active items is really good. We have 101 active items and 135 total items. So at any point we could have 100 item sale within a day. If one item sold from each of our products, we would sell 101 items in a day. The likelihood of that happening is very, very slim, but we have that chance. And so what our store is doing right now, our team, what they are doing is they're focusing on a handful of items, right? And with those handful of items, they're trying to get it to buy box. What buy box is that thing that puts you on the front list when someone searches for a product. So they're like, hey, I want to get these items from Amazon, whether it's electronics or furniture or whatever. They're going to put it in. And once you're buy box, you're the number one option. So more people are going to buy your item because of that. And so once they get about 2 to 3 to 5 items that are on buy box, you'll see a significant growth in sales. So your items that are normally giving you about $200 to $300 in sales every day, they're going to grow to about 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 potentially in a day. And then if you get 3 or 4 more items to get that buy box, option, then you have even more opportunity to grow sales that way. So their number one goal is to get a bunch of items onto your store on Amazon, and then from there try to make you the number one seller so that you can be buy box eligible, and then be that number one option every time someone buys. So of course they're going to keep you at 10 to 20% profit margins, because they want you to make that anywhere from 10 to 20% profits, and then you pay your team 30% of your profit. So if I take home $10,000, my team will make $3,000 every single time. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, we're just showing you whether Amazon automation, is a real thing. And well, we know it's real, but will it work for us? And kind of show you what to expect when you get into Amazon automation, because a lot of times people come in, they think, hey, that first month I'm going to make $10,000 in sales. And realistically, it could take you up to 6 months to see a $20,000 month, or a $40,000 month, or a $3,000 month. You never know. Things happen, things come up. And it's just better to look at it as within the first 9 months, the first year actually is a better way to look at it. But within the first year, I'm going to try to get to $100,000 a month so I can profit $7,000 every single month of the year. So that's a good way to look at it. And, it's not a get rich quick scheme. So you're not going to get money instantly. It's a real business. It takes time, and it's going to take patience and dedication and a willingness to be able to work with your team and allow them to do what they are trained to do, which is, the same reason why 400 other people are getting that $100,000 a month store where they're selling so many items and making 10 to 20% profit margin. So I say all this because I care about you guys and I want to see you guys go out there and grow just like we are in our life. We're super excited. But anyways, guys, let's go out there. Let's revive our lives together. Let's get it done. And until the next video, have a good one.